Hi, Sovereign Academy. My name is Bernardo Arrospide, and I'm applying for this year's Blacksmith, Liberty, and Entrepreneurship Camp. I'm originally from Lima, Peru, but I grew up in 5 different countries, and I consider myself a multicultural individual. Today, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and the business that I built. Secondly, talk a little bit about why I would love to join you guys at the camp. And lastly, talk about how I can contribute to the camp and the overall community that you guys are putting together. So first, a little bit about myself. My entrepreneurship journey started in 2012 when I co-founded Forvets during the first year of my MBA program. Until then, I had a pretty traditional sort of corporate career. After college, I worked at Goldman Sachs in New York in investment banking, and then I went to work for a biopharmaceutical company called the Medicines Company, where I was chief of staff to the CEO. But when I was at business school, I was really searching for a co-founder and an idea so I could start a company. And ultimately what happened was I met a veterinarian called Benjamin Lewis, who was a serial entrepreneur who opened my eyes to the world of animal health. And with him, during our first year spring break, we went to Brazil to research business opportunities and quickly realized that the ordering of veterinary products in Brazil was offline, which was pretty remarkable considering that Brazil is the second largest pet care market in the world, with the second largest population of pet dogs and cats, as well as having the world's largest cattle herd. So Brazil in general was a massive veterinary market where everything was being ordered offline. So we built Forvets effectively to allow veterinarians to order vaccines and medication online and make the market more efficient. Forvets is now 6 years old. We have 40 clients in 8 Brazilian states. We've transacted over 20,000 orders, over $10 million in market volume. The business has 20 employees, and it's profitable with revenue growing at approximately 20%. Last year, I decided to step away from the business, allow one of my co-founders to become the CEO because I was looking for new challenges and looking for a new entrepreneurial experience. Since then, I've become an advisor for Excel KKR, which is a global private equity fund that's investing in the region. I'm helping them find really good SaaS businesses to invest in and try to improve them as an operational advisor. That said, I really am looking to start a new business, and so I think the timing is really fortuitous for me to join this camp now. What do I want to get out of camp? I think there's really 3 things. The first is to become a better entrepreneur, to be able to spot opportunities that are bigger, faster, to be able to build better, stronger business models, to iterate quicker, to pivot faster if needed, to hire better teams, and just to become a better entrepreneur overall. And I think you can gain a lot of that from your mentors and from the community you guys bring together. The second thing that I want to gain from the community is general life skills to live an independent entrepreneurial lifestyle. On this entrepreneurial pathway, I've realized that there's a lot of things that you have to sort of do on your own that I think I could do better with some advice. Things such as planning for retirement, things such as investing in property, thinking about how to build a family and fund your children's education in the future. I'm sure these are all things that many of your mentors have already been able to do, and there's something that they could teach me and to become a better independent individual living a great entrepreneurial lifestyle. And I'm really looking forward to gaining some of that knowledge and skills from the camp. And then lastly, I really want to build a global network of entrepreneurs. I think my goal is ultimately to be a shareholder, investor, owner of 3 businesses in multiple countries. I would really love to have multiple revenue streams in multiple currencies and be active in businesses across the world. And I think this is a great first step in that direction. So lastly, what can I contribute? I think the first thing I can contribute is knowledge about how to be an entrepreneur in an emerging market. When we started Forvets in 2012, Brazil was a really popular market. It was on the cover of The Economist. People wanted to invest in the BRICS. And we really thought that we were going to have clear skies and easy sailing. But it was exactly the opposite. By 2014, Brazil was in its worst recession in 100 years. The president had been impeached. The currency had devaluated massively against the dollar. Inflation had gone up. Interest rates had gone up. Capital markets had frozen, VCs had left them, there were no venture capitalists left in the market. And so we had to get really smart, turn our business lean and profitable and self-sustainable. And so I can share some of those experiences about operating in an emerging market, places where there's massive opportunities but a lot of instability and how you deal with that. And hopefully that knowledge can be helpful for the community. The second thing is I can share my experiences around how to build a SaaS business. When we started Forvets, SaaS was not really a well-explored category in Brazil. There was no one to really tell us how to price our contracts, build our sales funnel. So these are all things that we had to learn on our own. And I think I gained a fair bit of experience in how to build a successful SaaS business. And I hope I can share that with the community, and that would be helpful not only just for SaaS entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs in other areas. And similarly, I know that I don't have all the right ideas and that we definitely did not do things necessarily the perfect way. So I would love to engage in a discussion and learn from myself sort of explaining what we did learning what we did right, wrong, and sort of hearing from others and sort of sharing that overall experience. So overall, I'm really, really excited about this camp. I really think it'll make me a better entrepreneur and individual, and I'm really looking forward to hearing back and hopefully joining you guys in Lithuania this summer. Thank you very much for your time.